Most legal billing software is built for firms with 20 attorneys and a massive IT budget. If you're a solo practitioner or running a small firm, you're usually stuck overpaying for features you'll never touch or using a generic tool that just can't handle trust accounting. Today, we're looking at Time59, TimeSolv, and Bill4Time to help you identify the best for your law firm. Let's start with Time59. This has been around since 2006, and it was built specifically for solo attorneys and very small law firms from day one. It was also deliberately designed to avoid the overbuilt feel that most legal billing tools have. It doesn't blow up your screen with stuff you'll never use, but just gives you the tools you need to run your billing. The software handles time tracking, expense tracking, invoicing, accounts receivable, trust accounting, leads invoicing, payment processing through LawPay, reporting, and data export. However, it does not deal with case management, document storage, or calendaring. If you need all of that in one place, Time59 is not your tool. But if you are a solo attorney who just needs to track hours, send professional invoices, and get paid, that focused approach is actually the point. The less time you spend managing software, the more time you spend on billable work. And that is exactly what Time59 was built around. The workflow is straightforward. You log in, select a client, enter your time, and when you are ready to bill, the entries flow directly into an invoice without any re-entry. There is no complex setup or training required. You can actually be fully operational within minutes of signing up. Before Time59, invoices used to take me 30 minutes per matter. Now they take under 5 minutes, and I have seen my invoice volume triple in only a year. I have also heard someone say that their earnings went up 15 to 20% simply because mobile access made it easy to log time instantly instead of forgetting it later. Time59 costs $199 a year for unlimited users with every feature included. That's around $16.58 a month, which makes it significantly more affordable than most legal billing platforms that charge between $30 and $100 per user per month, as we shall see later in this video. The support is equally impressive since there is zero hold time, and you can reach an actual person without going through automated systems. However, there is no dedicated mobile app. While the mobile website works reliably, if you specifically want a native iPhone or Android app, it is not available. Also, multiple matters for the same client have to be set up as separate clients in the system, which honestly takes some time getting used to. And once you grow beyond a handful of attorneys and a large volume of clients, the platform can start to feel limited. This is a tool optimized for solo use, not built for bigger teams. You can try it without committing since it offers a 30-day free trial. Now, let's look at TimeSolv, which has been in the legal billing space since 1999. It handles time tracking, expense tracking, trust accounting, leads invoicing, ABA task codes, a client portal, unlimited document storage, built-in reports, project management, CRM for lead tracking, and built-in payment processing through TimeSolv Pay. If your firm is already embedded in a broader tech stack, you will appreciate its integration with QuickBooks, Xero, LawPay, Dropbox, Outlook, OneDrive, NetDocuments, and Account Edge. And since TimeSolv has a native mobile app for both iPhone and Android that works offline, you can dictate time descriptions and log time even when you don't have an internet connection. All of this makes it a strong fit for a small firm that needs more than just a billing tool. Unlike Time59, which was built specifically around the solo attorney workflow, TimeSolv is built to handle the complexity of a growing firm, which means it brings more capability but also more management on a day-to-day basis. Compared to Time59, it is also more expensive. TimeSolv charges per user per month. If you are a solo attorney and you choose the legal plan, you are looking at approximately $50 to $55 per user per month, or around $600 to $660 per year. And if you want to bring in a paralegal or a second attorney, that price doubles. With that said, just like Time59, TimeSolv has a free trial that lasts for 10 days. Despite this, the customer support is impressive, and the Timekeeper dashboard, which shows your target versus actual billable hours, helps you monitor individual performance, especially if your firm is growing fast. The workflow from time entry to sending an invoice also involves more steps than Time59, since you are working inside a more layered system. For a solo attorney doing everything themselves, that additional complexity translates directly into more time spent on administration rather than billable work. The learning curve is also steeper than Time59, so factor that in before you sign up for TimeSolv. Lastly, we have Bill4Time, which has also been around since 2006, like Time59. It was the first cloud-native legal billing software ever built. Bill4Time stands out in that it is the most comprehensive of the three. It handles time and expense tracking, billing, invoicing, case management, document management, task management, a client portal, trust accounting with IOTA reconciliation, leads invoicing, conflict checking, contingency billing automation, batch invoicing, and online payments. The platform converts appointments directly into billable time entries. This means that if you add a client meeting to your calendar, it can become a time entry with only one action. Bill4Time also has automated task flows that trigger the next task automatically when the previous one is completed. And its batch invoicing system auto-advances through each client invoice in sequence at the end of the month. With Bill4Time, you can write an invoice up or down, adjusting the total above or below what was tracked, which makes it suitable for value billing arrangements. The contingency settlement auto-calculation means you enter the settlement amount and the software calculates the attorney's percentage automatically. There is also a client portal, which activates automatically when you email a finalized invoice. This gives clients immediate self-service access to view, download, and pay. Additionally, Bill4Time integrates with QuickBooks Online, PayPal, Stripe, Google Calendar, Outlook, Box, and NetDocuments. Its QuickBooks integration comes in handy since it allows you to sync time entries, expenses, and invoices automatically, eliminating manual reconciliation and reducing the risk of errors in your financial records. And like TimeSolv, it has native mobile apps for iPhone and Android with offline capability, so you can log time and manage invoices from anywhere. Now, if you are an attorney handling client funds, the plan you need is Legal Pro, which costs $59 per user per month when billed annually. What this means is that if you add one more person, the cost doubles. It also offers the time and billing plan, which costs $39 per month when billed annually. And unlike Time59 and TimeSolv, Bill4Time has a free version besides the free trial, which gives it an upper hand, especially if you don't want to fully commit. But as a solo attorney, you have to think about what Bill4Time is optimized for. With over 100 features, batch invoicing is designed for billing dozens of clients at once, and it has automated task flows. This is a platform built with growing firms in mind. Though you can use it as a solo attorney, you will be paying for and managing depth that you may not fully need. The time from logging your first hour to sending your first invoice is longer here than with Time59, and the ongoing administrative overhead of maintaining the system is higher. You may also find the initial setup time consuming since populating clients, matters, tasks, and billing options requires significant manual work up front. Invoice generation can also get complicated once an invoice is in pre-billing status and editing becomes restricted. And it does not integrate with major corporate e-billing platforms like Bottomline. So, the bottom line is that if you are a solo attorney or running a very small firm and you just need to track your time, send professional invoices, handle trust accounting, and get paid without overcomplicating things, Time59 is the clear winner. It is affordable, reliable, and it does exactly what you need without charging you for everything you do not need. And you can even start using it without using your credit card.